So you want to upgrade from a 150cc, 200cc, 250cc, 390cc all the way to a 1000cc superbike. Can you upgrade all the way to a 1000cc superbike? Will you be able to handle the power and the torque of a superbike? That is what is going to be answered in this video. Let me tell you the story of my superbike journey. The first bike I ever had was a Yamaha SZR 125, 135, 165 something. Okay, it was a Yamaha SZR. Now that bike was 150cc and I rode that bike for 2 years. Believe me, that was the first bike I ever rode. So after using it for 2 years, then my next upgrade was a CBR 250. Even right now, I still have the CBR 250. Okay, it was an absolute beast. It is an amazing machine for 250cc. The amount of power, the tractability, the ergonomics, everything makes the CBR 250 the best bike of its generation. And believe it or not, even at that time when I had bought the CBR 250, it was the envy of all my friends. Okay, I absolutely loved that bike. So 150 to a 250cc category jump is not much of a difference. So it was tractable, it was more docile, and because of my experience of already having ridden a 150cc, I was able to handle a 250cc. Now comes the question of, will you be able to directly jump from a 250cc all the way to a 1000cc category? Because trust me, it's absolutely amazing how much of a difference 250cc to 1000cc is. Okay, so just to give you guys a little bit of perspective, the CBR 250 that I have had 27 bhp and around I think 22 Newton meters of torque. Now the bike that I jumped to, the Kawasaki ZX-10R, has power figures of 210 bhp and 124 Newton meters of torque. So you can see that my torque is even more than my bhp, right? That is how powerful this bike is. But at the same time, like somebody had mentioned in the previous video, can somebody upgrade from a 390cc all the way to a 1000cc? Believe me guys, it is possible, because when somebody like me is able to jump from a 250cc all the way to a 1000cc category, it is possible for you to jump from a 390cc, 400cc category all the way to a 1000cc category. But I have told this in previous videos and I'm telling this again, please respect the machine that you guys are going to buy or the machine that you guys are going to ride, because it is not as simple as, you know, you got on the machine, you got on a 1000cc superbike and you just rev it the way you would rev a 250cc or a 400cc. These machines are absolute death machines in the wrong hands. Just one wrong twist of the throttle will send you all the way to top. Okay, but how I adapted and how I adjusted to this power figures and how I adjusted to this big bike is, for the first 5 months that I had the bike, I rode it in rain mode. Believe it or not, rain mode is the most docile mode of ZX-10R or any Kawasaki machine. In rain mode, the traction is at its maximum, the power is at its least, the torque is at its least, and all the electronics are on. Okay, so that is the advantage of riding it in rain mode. Then from rain mode, it comes to road mode, and from road, it comes to sport mode, and from sport, it comes to all your user modes, where you can have absolutely fun with the traction control and ABS and whatever you want to do. Okay. So for the first 6 months, I rode it only in rain mode, because I had to get used to the weight of the bike, I had to get used to the ergonomics of the bike, the tractability of the bike, and the power figures of the bike. So once I finished my 6-month journey, and after having ridden it for 6 months in rain mode, then I upgraded to the road mode. Okay, and once I got confidence in road mode, then I finally upgraded to sport mode. If you guys remember the video Kochi to Bangalore, Superbike versus Flight, that is the first time I put it in sport mode and I absolutely flew. So it is easy to build confidence, but believe me, I'm telling you, please respect the machines. Do not be a chapri, do not be overconfident, do not be cocky and think from the showroom you're going to go full throttle in sport mode. That is signing a death warrant, and it is not the bike's fault if you are stupid. It is not the bike's fault if you are stupid. Do not make such mistakes. Please respect the machines and take it slow, okay? Because these are bikes that you're going to have for a lifetime. You're going to keep it for at least 1 or 2 years. Chances are that if you are like me, you're going to keep it for a long time. Because this ZX-10R, I'm going to keep it at least for 5 years. Of course, mera man to hai that I want to upgrade to a Ducati, I want to upgrade to a Ninja H2, but think about it practically, if you guys remember how I made the decision as well of why to buy ZX10R, it was a very practical, pragmatic choice. If you are like me and if you're going to keep it for a long duration of time, you have all the time in the world to explore the bike, to get used to the bike, and then to have fun and rip with the bike. So let's say that, in my example, for the first 6 months, I rode it in rain mode. Then afterwards, I upgraded to road mode, and then I upgraded to sport mode. So it's taken me 1 year to come till sport mode, and I haven't gone to user yet because I know that I have all the time in the world to go till user mode much later once I'm more comfortable with the bike. Likewise for you guys as well, take time. If you have 2 years, 3 years with the bike, take the first year to understand the bike. Something as simple as you need to know how to handle the bike if it starts a tank slapping, or if it starts wiggling, death wobbles and all of that. You need to know how to handle the bike, especially in those emergencies. Whereas for the others who want to keep the bike only for 1 year and then change it year after year, change the bikes year after year, well, for you guys, all I'll say is, even in your case, you have 6 months to understand the bike, take 6 months to get used to the bike, and then afterwards, the remaining 6 months, you can have fun. Then the cycle repeats, change over the bike, go to a new bike. Again, just because you've gone from one superbike to another superbike does not mean that, you know the bike in and out. So take another 2 months to understand the bike, because uska torque figures will be different, uska bhp will be different, uska rev limit will be different, uska throttle response will be different. So these are things that you need to understand and get used to on the bike. So once you get used to the bike and once you get comfortable, then of course you can have loads of fun. Well, that is it, guys. That is something that I wanted to tell you guys of how my story and how my journey started and how I ended up buying a superbike. I started from a 150cc, then I went to a 250cc, and from 250cc I jumped all the way to a 1000cc superbike. So it is possible. That is the bottom line. It is possible. But the only thing is, you have to respect the bike and the machine that you're riding. Do not take it for granted, because one wrong move or one split second of overconfidence when you're not supposed to will lead you straight to Bhagwanta. Keep that in mind. Choose wisely, ride safely. That is why I always tell you guys, ride safely. You might ride like a maniac, but ride safely. You've seen on my channel, I've done a lot of funny stuff with my bike. I've ripped all over India, but I've always kept it at the back of my mind that if I do something wrong, then I am gone. So that is why be careful, be safe, and have fun with the bike. Well, that is all that I wanted to tell you guys. And if you guys are upgrading from a 250cc, 390cc, 400cc to a superbike, welcome to the category. Have loads of fun with your new machine. And please do mention in the comments below which bike you presently have and which bike are you considering upgrading to, so that we can, on the channel as a community, help you guys come to a decision, and also we will welcome you to the superbike gang. Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Please do hit the subscribe button if you've not subscribed to the channel. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.